Hi guys, and welcome back to Seomra Dorcha. So today we're going to be reacting to scary ghost videos that you should not watch alone at night. And guess what? It is 2:22 a.m. So I probably shouldn't be watching these right now. It is by Fearsome Top 5, but this is a horror paranormal ghost reaction channel, and this is what we do. So regardless what time of day it is, we're gonna watch them. And yeah, you ready to go? Let's dive in. Fearsome Top 5.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. It's about to get creepy as we take a look at 8 scary ghost videos.
Top 8.
Number 1. Travel with F is a van life content creator that often posts videos of his travels while living in a custom van. Complete with a bed and a full gaming setup, he's definitely traveling comfortably.
Definitely.
One night after settling into a parking lot, he positioned a camera outside his van to keep an eye on his surroundings while he slept. Hours later, strange noises from outside caught his attention. Curious and increasingly uneasy, he opened the live camera feed to investigate. But what he saw was downright chilling.
Nggak ada ya, aman ya. Di sini aman, oke. Kita coba lihat ke atas sebelum atas sebelah sananya. Atas mana? Atas tengah ini.
Bebas, terserah kalian guys, mau pilih
yang mana? Tuh kan nggak ada.
What is that? What the fuck is that? Look, that creepy bastard staring down.
Ntar kita zoom.
That is weird, man. Look at that face. Is it even a face?
Ini
Just
stiker apa?
two demon fucking eyes staring straight back down.
Ini mah manusia.
Stiker matamu.
Manusia juri.
And it's not even moving, like it's just staring. Staring straight down. Oh, and it's away.
He controlled the camera, rotating it back and forth to scope out the area. But when he slowly angled it up towards the building outside, something terrifying caught his eye. Behind the banisters upstairs, a pale face with glowing eyes eerily stared down towards the camera. This haunting face stayed incredibly still, not moving an inch or even blinking with its eyes locked on the lens. As F and his friends stared at the live feed, their hearts began to race. Without warning, this unnerving figure slowly drifted behind a wall and out of view. F was left stunned at what he'd captured, and it's safe to say that he definitely did not get good sleep that night.
I've been driving straight out there.
Number 2. Back in March,
impressive.
a man named Evan began noticing a strange smell lingering in his home. The only way he could describe it was the unmistakable smell of something dead. He spent hours searching every room, but he could never find where it was coming from. As the smell grew worse, Evan called in 2 different contractors for help. The first wasn't able to find the source, while the second suspected a cracked sewer line. They replaced the old pipe, but despite the repair, the foul odor never went away. Determined to solve the mystery, Evan contacted them once again. This time, their attention shifted to a section of the home's foundation where several bricks appeared stained as though moisture had been seeping through. As they began removing the bricks, they uncovered something unsettling concealed behind the wall. Shocked by the discovery, Evan grabbed his phone and recorded what he found to send to a friend.
I've actually literally just watched this for one of my last videos. So the guy goes down and there's like stuff in the wall. It looks as if like a pipe is cracked or a serious pipe is cracked. And I'm not sure how much else they're gonna show. So yeah, let's just watch it again.
It's a train wreck down here. Some
like that looks as if something's seeping through the wall.
Decided that wasn't it.
Like it looks
They
like
open up the
it
wall
does look like a
here.
burst pipe.
And didn't find any dead animals, but they did find that.
How old is this house for horseshoe to be fucking in the wall? Like this house needs to be like hundreds of years old if that's the case. And
Good teeth, dude.
teeth in the wall as well. So again, If it's a new house, this is all staged. If it's an old house, it
Yeah.
needs to be a
I
really
don't know.
fucking old house.
I don't know if I'm just tripping out or.
Hidden behind the bricks was an old horseshoe and several teeth. This disturbing discovery left Evan deeply unsettled, and according to him, the atmosphere inside the house seemed to change after the objects were removed. Not long after, he noticed his dog standing at the basement door, barking relentlessly at something below.
So I
This
didn't see
behavior
this
was
bit.
so unusual that Evan decided to investigate for himself. But what happened next left him on edge.
What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't see this
Come
one.
on. Joe. Come on.
As his dog remained fixated on the basement door, a small glass sitting on the table suddenly toppled over. At the time, Evan brushed it off as nothing more than a strange coincidence. That was until he took a closer look at his footage.
Now, as I said in the video that I watched previously, it all looked a bit more staged than this one. Didn't have the dog video. Like, dogs are fucking clued in, man. Like, dogs know what's going on. And the fact that he was calling his dog, and the dog was still interested in what was in the basement, then that's completely different. Like, to me, either the dog has never been trained or the dog is fucking sensing something. And then we glass
Glass
fall
appeared to
over.
slide across the cutting board entirely on its own. It slowly glided toward the edge before falling with a loud thud. Since then, Evan says he's been hearing unexplained noises through the house almost every night, as well as catching glimpses of shadows moving out of the corner of his eye. One night, while recording himself playing guitar, he propped up his phone to capture the session as he strummed along with a metronome. But when he watched the footage back later, something in the background sent a cold chill down his spine.
Did we see it in the background? No?
In the background behind Evan, something slowly came into view. From behind the edge of a wall, a pale face gradually emerged, appearing to stare directly at him before silently retreating back out of sight. Evan insists he was the only person home that night, making the unsettling figure even more difficult to explain. Whatever appeared behind him seemed to linger just long enough to be caught on camera before disappearing without a trace. Hoping to capture more evidence, or finally find an explanation, he installed a security camera inside his home, and it wasn't long before that camera recorded something equally unsettling.
Dog's at it again. And there looks to be wee orbs flying around. So it's gonna sit guard at the door. Interesting.
As Evan went to let his dog outside, the dog suddenly froze in its tracks, once again locking its eyes on the basement door. Normally, his dog would race outside without hesitation, ready to play. This time, however, he refused to move, staring toward the basement as though something had caught his attention. It wasn't until Evan bribed him with a few treats that he finally agreed to leave. Moments later, a loud crash echoed through the house. One of the books sitting on the shelf had suddenly flown to the floor with an aggressive amount of force, as if it had been thrown by someone we can't see. When Evan came back inside, he immediately noticed the book. But what truly unsettled him was when he realized what book it was. His Bible. Trying not to overthink it, he picked it up and tossed it on the table. Yet the following day, his security camera captured something downright chilling.
See, the video I seen, the Bible flew across, but it actually didn't. It looked more like an orb until you realized the Bible flew across. Then it didn't show him leaving it back here. It just says the book started to burn, but the book's not burning because there's nothing been done to it at all. There's a flame on
If
it,
you take a
yes,
close look at the Bible,
but
it appears
nothing
to
actually happened.
spontaneously catch on fire,
So it just
with a
seemed
small flame
more
appearing
fake.
on top. The
Previous
fire
videos I've seen.
traveled, spreading out across the cover of the book, until eventually going out on its own. This footage raises one obvious question. How in the f*** did the book catch on fire? Whatever's been happening inside Evan's home seems to have escalated from unsettling to straight up dangerous. If these incidents continue, more security cameras may be the only way to document what's going on. Or better yet, move across the country and simply forget this house ever existed. Number 3. A Reddit user named Okire shared 2 unsettling videos after his sister experienced something she still can't explain. While his sister was home keeping their grandfather company, she began hearing what sounded like footsteps coming from upstairs. The problem was that no one else was supposed to be in the house. Curious and a little scared, she checked the Ring camera, which had captured the entire incident. She immediately sat up after hearing strange noises coming from upstairs. As she listened more closely, it became clear they sounded like footsteps.
But again, the dog doesn't fucking react.
Gathering the courage to investigate, she searched the entire upper floor, but no one was there. Then just 1 month later, the same Ring camera captured another chilling incident while she was home alone. While standing in the kitchen, a sudden bang came from a floor above, stopping her in her tracks. She froze, barely daring to move as she listened for any sign of what had caused it. To this day, neither of these incidents have been explained. Okire and his sister have only one theory. According to Okire, the house once belonged to an elderly man who later died following an accident in a nursing home. Now they can't help but wonder if whatever they're hearing could be the former owner returning to the place he once called home.
Why now though? Why now after all these years?
With a security camera set up outside of her grandmother's home, a TikTok user named Javel Divine was caught off guard when she received a motion notification at 2 a.m. When she took a look at the footage, her blood ran cold when she saw what set off the camera.
Shadow figure, man.
On the left side of the frame, a dark figure appears to walk out of the house, then slowly makes its way to the right. What was caught doesn't exactly look like a person, but more like a shadow. This humanoid figure almost completely blended in with the darkness around it, leaving Javel terrified that this camera had possibly captured something paranormal. And if it wasn't, an equally disturbing question remains. Who would be wandering around outside her grandmother's home at 2 in the morning?
Like, it's very weird.
Number 5. One night, as a woman named Annie was lying in bed, her phone lit up with a motion notification from her outside camera. She curiously pulled up the footage, but what she saw in her yard made her blood run cold.
What the fuck? Now, I'm not sure if I've seen this one or similar ones before, but it looks as if I've seen this video. But I've definitely seen that creature. There is a creature in other videos. The way it moved, the way it was so skinny. Like, I've definitely seen. Yeah, I've definitely seen that.
Just beyond the front
Like that
porch, a bizarre figure
thing
suddenly
before.
emerged before sprinting across the yard. Moving on
So
all fours,
weird.
the creature almost appears human, but something about it doesn't look right. Its body is unnaturally thin, with arms and legs that seem far too long for a person. Even more unsettling is the way it moves, crawling with
But this, I seen there, it in that pause, it actually looks like a man fucking running around like a weirdo. But we
a
see, I see here, like the way the legs are really long and it's folded over, big long back and things. Like, I've seen videos of this thing before in different cameras. I don't know what the fuck is it. Is it a weirdo dude running around naked in this girl's garden on all fours, or is it some sort of cryptid, or is it some sort of supernatural ghost entity sort of thing? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
and posture of an animal. But whatever this is, it definitely doesn't look like any animal that I've ever seen.
No.
Annie's been left with more questions than answers, and the footage has kept her
Weird.
on edge ever
Fucking weird,
since. At this point, it's hard to say who she needs to call first. A wildlife expert, a priest, or maybe even the SWAT team.
Maybe the mole.
Number 6. A man named Joshua made quite the first impression on TikTok when his very first upload documented a terrifying experience his sister had inside his new home. Josh was still in the middle of moving in when one day his sister found herself alone in the house. Before long, she began hearing strange noises coming from the basement. Just to be safe, she started recording with her phone as she cautiously made her way downstairs. But what happened next sent her running in a panic.
I've been hearing some creepy noises down here for a while, and I'm scared. I wanted to
Again,
try and record it.
I've just seen this video
'Cause no one's
as
gonna
well
believe me.
on the previous one that I covered. So
Now, as soon as I record it, nothing happens. Okay. Huh?
it's, first of all, it's fucking basement. Basements are weird, man. Fucking really weird.
No, 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 no. You gotta be.
Second, this seems as if
What the hell?
it could be staged.
This isn't funny. This has gotta be a prank. Hello? Oh, thank God. Hello?
Like, the way she walked in that room, somebody could easily have been here. She could have the camera
Guys,
there and they
this
could have
isn't
sneaked
funny.
out behind her. So, and again,
What the?
it's just a weird ass house, weird
Hello?
layout. Kick in the
Hello?
fucking door.
I'm coming in. Skills.
Cat all along, guys. The fucking cat.
Nothing. Okay, this is getting weird. What? Is that the chair? Oh God. I'm getting out of this place. What the? Oh my God.
As she
Yeah.
stood alone in the basement,
Like, who walks through the doors and goes, "Hi, I'm home"? Who does it? Does anyone outside of TV and films actually do it? Because I've never heard any of my family do it. I've never walked into anyone else's house and been in someone else's house, and then people coming in going, "Hi, I'm home." No one fucking does it. So why is this guy showing his sister, "Hi, I'm home"? It just adds to the fakeness. Like just adds to this that being staged. Um, but again, if you guys do say that, if you do walk into the house and go, "Hi, I'm home," then let me know in the comments because I've never heard someone actually doing that in real life. So
The
yeah,
sound of a door suddenly slamming shut caught her completely off guard. Seconds later, the lights went out. She reached for the light switch, but it no longer worked. Then, as she stared down the pitch black hallway, light suddenly spilled out from one of the rooms. Within that glow, a dark shadow appeared to move across the floor, as though someone was standing just out of sight. She carefully went to investigate, but the room was empty. Moments later, a series of 3 distinct knocks came from a nearby room. She followed the sound, only to find that room empty as well. Not even 2 weeks later, Joshua had a downright terrifying experience of his own.
Since my sister took that damn video every single night at the same time this knocking starts. Terrifying the first few days, but now it's just annoying the hell out of us. Yup, I hear ya. A. Nothing. Always nothing. Brand new house, too. And now this door is open. To the creepy ass room. God damn it. Nate, what the?
yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
After witnessing this creepy ass shit, I would have been listing the house
I
for
don't know,
sale
man.
the very next day.
I
But is
don't.
this a genuine
I think
haunting
that's
or just an
staged.
elaborate hoax?
Yep.
Let me know what you think. Number 7.
Number 7.
On a TikTok account called Not Today Satan, a man has spent the last several years documenting the unsettling activity inside his home. With security cameras scattered throughout the house, he often captures unexplained orbs, mysterious noises, and other strange occurrences that he can't explain. But one day, the camera in his living room recorded what may be his most compelling piece of evidence yet. Around 6 o'clock, something was caught moving on the stairs. A glowing anomaly suddenly appeared and darted up the stairs before disappearing just as quickly. Whatever it was seemed to materialize out of nowhere before vanishing just as mysteriously. The man behind the account
Very
isn't
quick.
sure what to make of the footage, but he believes he may have finally caught the mysterious presence that's been haunting his home.
Don't know.
Number 8.
Don't know. Could be a
For
reflection
over
of
a year
anything.
now, I've been following the unsettling
Okay.
haunting of a man named Kyle Anthony. His entire TikTok
Kyle
account is
definitely
devoted to
fakes his fucking
documenting the
stuff.
disturbing events that unfold inside his home almost every day. What began as strange activity in the attic gradually spread throughout the rest of the house, escalating into violent banging, eerie whispers, and objects moving on their own. After experiencing so much unexplained activity, Kyle has learned to keep his phone ready at all times. And recently, he captured something that made his hair stand on end.
Oh, this is awful. Tell Anthony. There's another guy. What I've seen this guy's videos before, and again, fucking basement.
What the hell?
Got a fucking hellhound in his basement, man. Like, there's no other explanation.
What in the hell is that sound? What the hell is that? I don't hear it now.
walked in to find the basement door aggressively shaking, as if something on the other side was desperately trying to escape. All he could do was stare in disbelief as chills covered his body. People in the comments tried to ease his mind by saying, it's just the house settling. But I think I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with that. Over the next few weeks, things seemed to quiet down with noticeably less activity. Until one night at 3 a.m. when Kyle heard a familiar sound.
That would be so fucking annoying. Like, there would be a point where it would scare the fuck out of you, and you'd be going, I can't deal with this anymore. Like, this is just too scary. And then it would change, and you'd be going, I'm going to fucking, when I get my hands on this fucking ghost, I'm going to strangle it. But, like, middle of the night, whole house in darkness, you're in your bed, and you're hearing this, I would be going fucking mental, and I'd go straight down there with the fucking, all the holy relics, and sorting that bitch out. But again, if it's faked, you don't need all that. What do you think? Like, where's your holy water, dude? Open the door and pop it in. Holy hand grenade. Way you go. Start the bitch out. That's so annoying.
The violent sound of the basement door banging woke Kyle from his sleep. And as he approached, it seemed more aggressive than.
And again, if it's going on constantly, then would you even stay in the place? Like, would you stay in that house, or would you get out to anywhere? If this house was that haunted, would you really be staying there?
Ever. He yanked the door open, but once again, there was no one on the other side. At a loss for words, he stood in shock and stared ahead as the door jolted back and forth. As terrifying as this activity is, I can't help but agree with the top comment saying, at that point, I'd be more pissed off than
exactly
scared.
What I just
because
fucking said.
Why is this ass ghost yanking on his door at 3 a.m.?
Exactly what I said.
Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear more from your boy.
Yeah, that's that one done, guys. What do we think? Did we enjoy them? Did we believe them? What the fuck would you do with this last ghost? Would you be annoyed, or would you be scared? Because I just explained what I would be. I'd be fucking ripping if it was every night constant. Yeah, good video. As I said, I've seen a few of them before, like literally recently, and but these videos elaborated a wee bit more on them, made them more believable. Some of them I still think are staged, especially with the guy and the sister going down into the basement and the doors closing, the lights turning on and off, and all that kind of crap. But yeah, it says don't watch them at night. It's now 3 a.m. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. And if you like this one, then YouTube's going to recommend one here. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And we will see you next time. Slan, slan.